Hey, what's going on, guys? It is 2 playing NegativeAE, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa V3. He's gonna expect every single piece of evidence in here. Let's go! That's why we have this. Alright, so first things first. What's this, a bloodstain? It's a faint trail of blood leading to the press. A swipe pattern, as if dragged. It looks as if it's coming from the bathroom. The bloodstain suggests something was dragged from the bathroom to the press. Blood swipe pattern has been added to the truth policy. The murder did not occur here. It is basically, okay, I understand. So the person, investigating this literally does nothing for us. Alright, let's investigate this next. These controls move the hydraulic press and go up and down and stop. I should be able to press up and raise the press to check the body. I don't want to see a crushed body no matter who it is, but I have to do it. I have to know. Made up my mind, took a breath and pressed the button. It's not moving. I pressed the button a few more times, but the press still wouldn't move. Strange, it moved when I pressed it last time. Looking at it on the press, I found the power cord is cut. See, no power, so the hydraulic press won't move. This can't be a coincidence. The power cord was cut on purpose. This must be the work of the culprit. Hydraulic press has been added to the truth bullet section. Okay. So someone was dead before this. Should take another look at the controls. There must be some clue here. In addition to the control buttons, there's an emergency stop button. The hydraulic press would stop instantly if you use this. If the culprit were planning on using this for murder, they'd have no use for it. What concerns me more is the safety function. That's right, this hydraulic press should have a safety function. If the infrared detector detects a living thing, it stops automatically. It didn't stop when Kibo tried before. The Kibo's a robot. Someone was already dead. The sensor detected a person. The safety should have stopped the press automatically. Safety function. They didn't die here. I'm already solving the murder. Hydraulic press is down, and it's not Kaito. They just used Kaito's shirt. Hydraulic press is down, there's blood in the area. If we use this to lift up the hydraulic press, we should be able to check the body. And you know why? Because Maki did it. Maki killed Kokichi, or some shit. And then made it look like it was Kaito. I don't know. Why would you do that? I don't know. If that's the case, it won't be able to make it. Why would anybody kill anymore? For what? Looks like a car wash. I imagine it's for cleaning the axles. Doesn't look like it was used in a while. I don't see any clues. There's an axle right in the middle of the hangar. Hatch is open as well. The cockpit is exposed. So that's how it looks on the inside. Small, but big enough for one person. Huh? The hatch is open. How strange. Only the Monocubs can turn off the electrical lock and open the hatch. Only the Monocubs can open the hatch? Normally the Monocubs are the only ones who can pilot the axles. Normally being the key word. But because of that electro hammer thingy, the electric shock is all screwed up. Have you mentioned this to anyone else? Nope, no one's asked me about it either. And even if it had been asked, it would have been irrelevant information to you anyway. Electronic lock on the hatch that only the Monocubs can disable. Which is why only the Monocubs can control the axles. But if you could disable the lock, you could control the axle. Interesting. This is the bathroom. No, think about it. No, I'm locked up in this bathroom, but Kokichi is just outside that door. This is the place where Kaito is imprisoned. Kaito might have left some kind of clue here. Ah, no. He didn't leave anything. He might not be dead. I should investigate inside. Well, it all depends who's at the class trial, right? Whoever's not dead has to be at the class trial. They have to be. Alright, so there's a couple things going on here. A blood stain. Puddle of blood in the center of the room, and a swipe pattern from there to the door. What could this mean? Blood stain in bathroom. There's a small bottle on the corner, it's empty. I feel like I've seen this before. A label with blood all over it, and I can't read it completely. But I can see the word poison. And if it is poison, this bottle must be taken from my lab. I don't know who brought this here, but it definitely has something to do with the case. A small empty bottle has been added to the truth bullet section of your notebook. A crossbow. This is... What are the crossbows from Maki's lab? Why is this here? There are arrows on the floor of the bathroom. 3 in total, and blood on all of them. What happened here? Kaito killed Kokichi. That's gotta be what it is. And this is the black case that has the crossbow in it. As if backing away with the conversation, Kaito headed over to the far shelf. So there's some kind of weapon? This is the case from before, right? Large back place has been added to the truth bullet section of your mono pad. That is interesting. Still some things I should investigate here. It's a small window for ventilation. This is the same window from before. It's a small window and it doesn't open all the way. No one would be able to fit through here. I suppose if someone could fit through, Kaito should have escaped by now. It's too small for a person, but an object could fit through. Bathroom window has been added to the truth bullet section. Okay, so here's what I think. Here's what I think. That last clue gave me the thing. There are more clues than I thought there'd be, and one is particularly concerning. Why is the crossbow from Maki's lab in here? Maki gave the crossbow to Kaito. Kaito shot Kokichi. Kokichi was bleeding. Gave Kokichi poison? Those are arrows. Those arrows are definitely for the crossbow, but why are all 3 bloodied? That and the bottle of poison, what could it have been used for? So much I don't know. This case looks like it's going to be tricky. Would you like to leave? Yes. It's very interesting. Maki definitely gave him something. And I don't think Kaito's dead. The reason why the body is a mystery here... I think there are still things to investigate here. The reason why the body itself is a mystery here is because they don't want us to know whether it's Kaito or Kokichi. Seems like a machine to paint Exos, and it seems like kind of paint thinner. Probably not the same as before, probably not related to the case. Painting machine. Oh, what the fuck? Why did I do that? Exo Red. Exo Red is completely still. Suichi, it's dangerous there. If you go near the thing, it might get torn apart. No, it shouldn't move anymore, not without Monokubs or Kokichi. It's just a pile of scrap then. Jeez, don't scare me like that. Maybe I should tear this hunk apart with my magic. But I suppose if Kokichi was alive, he could move it at any time by remote. That's if Kokichi is alive. What is it exactly? Does he have because he's the mastermind? And this thing. It's a panel that controls the alarm system and electric barrier. I don't see any reason to turn them back on, though. There's so much, like, stuff. There's blood in the area. If we use this lift to lift up the hydraulic press, we should be able to check the body, but the power cord has been cut. In that case, we won't be able to check the body. Bit of clothing. There's a sleeve sticking out of the press. It's definitely Kaito's coat sleeve. In that case, the victim must be... that hasn't been determined yet. I need to investigate further. It looks like the left sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press. Only the sleeve is sticking out. No part of the victim's body is visible. Were they crushed completely so that only the sleeve remains? What's this? The sleeve has a single small hole in it. A hole in the sleeve. What could this be? Kaito's code has been added to the truth bullet section of your mono pen. I suppose that's all the information I can deduce from the hydraulic press. I can't check the body, so I don't have many clues to work with. I'll have to find more clues elsewhere. Follow what I can investigate here in the hangar. There's still questions. The truth is still far out of reach. I can't deduce who the victim is. I need more clues to investigate the areas. Alright, let's see if we can narrow this down. We're about to reach level 50 for chapter 5. The alarm system is off. Must be affected by the electropomp. Should investigate this place thoroughly. There must be some clues around here. Okay, so let's talk with, well, first of all, let's look at this. Control panel protecting the hangar. We hit it with electro hammer, so it isn't operational right now.
That's true.
That's right. What are these marks here? Looks as if it's been struck by something sharp. What could these be? Wait, how are they even able to damage this in the first place? Getting to the control panel should cause the alarm to go off. You have to turn the alarm off the alarm before you even get close. So how did the person get near this control panel? Maki's it's pointing to Maki. But then maybe Monokuma did that to get in, and because Kokichi doesn't own Monokuma actually, and that's why Kokichi was trying to keep Monokuma under wraps with the Exels, but Monokuma did something. Trying to feel a little better. Sorry to worry you, Suichi. I was a bit worried. Glad you're feeling better. There's something I needed to ask Kibo. Hey Kibo, before you went to the hangar this morning, you said. So I went to the hangar last night and tried to talk to him. You tried to talk to him on your own? Sorry, I thought it would have been preferable for him to release Kaito peacefully. How did it go? Went about as well as I expected. There was no response at all. But I did witness a few things. You said you witnessed a few things. What exactly did you see? Yes, since we were in a hurry, I only told you about the Exel returning to the hangar. Yeah, you said the Exels could pass through the alarm system and the barrier to the hangar.
Yes.
I never imagined something like this would happen, so I didn't mention it before. But before I saw this Exel, I saw someone heading toward the hangar. You saw someone? I saw Himiko.
I was in my lab, trying to think of what I should write to convince Kokichi. That's when I saw her walking toward the hangar, clutching something in her
Okay,
hand.
they added a puzzle piece that makes me nervous, because now I don't know what's going
It
on.
was a black bag.
This is confusing now.
A black bag?
Uh-huh. At the time, I presumed she was going there to examine things or plead with Kokichi. And since she came back much later, I didn't think much of it. But after seeing her reaction this morning, I started to get a little suspicious. What did you see? She was acting like she had something to hide. It's not that I want to suspect her.
Hey!
It is suspicious. You saw her come back as well? Was she holding the bag at that time? Now that I think about it, she didn't. She had it coming in but not leaving. It has to be the black bag. Yeah. Wait. Himiko was carrying this. A little off topic, Shuichi, but what? The reason I wasn't feeling very well may have been due to the electrobomb. But it was because of the electromagnetic particles. Not because I'm a robot. So what I experienced was akin to an allergic reaction such as hay fever. So it could have affected a human the same way. Being a robot had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Right, that must be it. So that thing Himiko said was bothering him. The thing Himiko said was bothering him is a bit too sensitive. Yeah, so okay. So so Maki didn't give him the bag? That's confusing. This is the bathroom window. This is the hangar's only window it's not possible to fit through. It's through the shutter. Interesting. Alright, so let's go all the way over here and look in here. It's all yellow. Isn't showing any signs of moving. If Kokichi is alive, he can use his remote control to move them as he pleases. But for that remote to control Kokichi, it's for the exiles. Something isn't adding up. Because didn't Maki not have a hammer? There's an electro hammer here, but why? It's out of power, it must have been used. But used for what? Be careful, the electro hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly. So if you use it against an Exile, it'll run out of juice with just one shot, got it?
If I remember correctly...
Electro hammer's power is expended, it requires 24 hours to recharge. We know that for certain. The used electro hammer has been added to the truth bullet section of your monochrome. Remember the site I saw yesterday? Exil's protecting Monokuma for some reason. Kokichi said that he was the mastermind. The Exils should have been around him. So why were they still protecting Monokuma and four of them too? I suppose I was caught up in thinking about Kokichi, I ignored Monokuma. Pay attention, listen up, take heed I say. Monokuma. It's just, I noticed you came this way last night, Suichi. You were acting all sneaky, weren't you? Like a teenage boy trying to creep into the adult movie section of a video store. But you didn't need to sneak around because the Exils wouldn't have attacked you. What were you saying? We didn't have to sneak. Because everyone's coming in to rent adult movies, so in the same way, everyone going there is the same. No, not that. I meant about the Exils not attacking us. Oh, at the time the Exils were on autopilot, directed to only observe me. Their movements are more limited now that the Monocubs aren't allowed around to pilot them. Autopilot? You mean the remote control that Kokichi has? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the Exils were being controlled by Kokichi's remote control. But they were focusing on Monokuma? Why are you telling me all this? This puts the person controlling you at a disadvantage. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person who started with that info, shared that info with me, didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way, it'll be fair to all the participants. So someone else besides me knows this. Why wouldn't they share this information? That's all I can tell you. By the way, renting movies is so old school. It's more thrilling to illegally download them. It's like trying not to get caught by a big game hunter while holding your breath during sex. That is interesting. This information about the Exils could be a clue to solving this case. Holding your breath from someone hunting you down while having sex. Sounds like a game show. Like a twisted, sick-ass game show. So someone... Wow, this is gonna be one crazy shit. This is gonna be one fucking crazy investigation. I should check around the hangar for now. Okay, so there's something I haven't investigated. Just walking around this is gonna get me to level up like tenfold. Okay. So they're not gonna say anything to me. Should I investigate the hangar itself? Like the door and stuff? Hangar shutter. There's a security alarm here. You have to use the alarm to disable the remote to get near the shutter. If you come near the shutter without the remote, a loud alarm go off to alert around the entire academy. You have to use an electrical bomb to disable the sensor and alarm. That's how you got... I have a feeling it has something to do with Maki. I have a feeling this murder has something to do with Maki, but I don't know what. It's not exactly a bomb though, even if it's called an electric bomb, which has electric signals and electromagnetic waves. For 2 hours, any and all electronic devices within 50 yards will be completely disabled. It's perfect for any secret activities too, since it doesn't leave any debris behind. The invention is extraordinary, but I only have 3 of them, so I need to use them carefully. I guess I'll just set up this. There were 3 electro bombs in total. One was stolen by Maki, but what of the other 2?
But
Still there has to be more. The other places might use some clue. Maki's lab and my lab. Crossbow in the bathroom, and the bottle of poison. I need to investigate both those. I should inspect the 3 Exels that were protecting Monokuma. Why are they protecting him in the first place? That might be related to this case as well. Okay, so I can't leave here yet. There's nothing to investigate past this, right? Does that mean I have to leave? Because I've already done this. Okay. Okay, I left. Alright, so we can't fast travel anywhere, can we? Oh, we can. Well, the first place I want to check is here. I don't know why I turned right instead of left, which is the faster way to turn. I feel as though there are less weapons here than I remember. I hope you're ready. Yes. Found weapons to use against Monokuma. Well, it's because Kaito had them. There's a missing dagger. Black case. As suspected, there are 2 black bags identical to the one in the hangar. In this case, they're for crossbows. Crossbows are inside but disassembled. It looks as if they don't fit in the case unless they're disassembled. But there are 2. When I was here with Kaito before, there were 3 of them. And I'm sure that Kaito didn't have a crossbow with him.
that's true.
In that case, the crossbow in the hangar must have come from here. Which means someone must have brought it from the hangar from here, but it's fairly difficult to put together a crossbow. I don't believe you'd be able to do it unless Maki taught you. Okay. Let's look here. I feel as though there are less weapons here than I remember. So any of those weapons. So it's because Kaito had them. Are we done here? Yes. That's all I needed to investigate there. Okay, so let's head to my lab. Which is on the 5th floor. That time I turned left. I don't understand. The bottle of poison in the hangar, I need to confirm that it came from here. So there's a poison lined up here. I haven't seen any poison outside of this lab, so the small bottle of poison I found must have come from here. There's a little less liquid inside this bottle than the others. The label says Strike 9 poison. The poison takes some time to spread, but even a small amount of it can be lethal. Can't imagine that there's a smaller amount in this bottle for no reason. Must be a clue. I think that the poison was applied to the crossbow bullets, and whoever got shot with the crossbow bullets died. Then they got dragged. They coughed up blood. Then they got dragged, put onto the hydraulic press after they were already dead, and crushed. There's still some things that I should investigate here. That's what I think happened. Oh, right here. Was this here before? Bunch of bottles on top of the desk. Did someone take them out? These bottles say antidote. Antidote? I didn't know these were here. According to the labels, each bottle is only 1 dose. And each one only works on a specific poison. I suppose that makes sense. There are plenty of different kinds of poisons, so that must be true for the antidotes. Strike 9 poison and antidotes. This is disconnecting. None of these antidotes are for Strike 9 poison. They're all for different poisons. What could that mean?
Alright.
I didn't find any evidence to suggest that Kaito isn't dead. On the contrary, there's plenty of evidence to suggest Kokichi isn't dead. Monokuma is still moving around and the killing game hasn't ended. And Kaito's clothes were in the hydraulic press, which means the victim must be... No. It's too soon to be thinking like that. If I investigate a little more, I'll find something. There's still time. I should head back to the hangar. Perhaps I missed something. I should check again. Really? You think you missed something in the hangar? I need to leave my fucking place first. Yes. I need to leave my place before I teleport. Okay, now I teleport down, 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 do-do-do-do-do-do. Sugar, we're going down, swinging. Alright, so there's something new. I'm back in the hangar. What happened? What's new?
Shuichi!
Shuichi, can you come with me? Something wrong. Found something strange in the bathroom. Please hurry. Quickly shouted, ran to the bathroom. What are you talking about, Kiba? I'm interested.
Hey!
Hey, Kiba, what are you looking at? Take a look at this. These are Kokichi's clothes? Soaked and wrinkled, but there's no doubt these are Kokichi's. Where did you find this? I didn't see it when I was investigating the bathroom. Why are they soaked? The toilet seemed clogged, so I reached my hand down the drain and pulled out these clothes. It looks like they couldn't be flushed all the way. Couldn't be flushed all the way. Why were these clothes in the toilet in the first place? Yes, it was very brave of me. And thanks to that, I managed to find an important clue. Nah, Shuichi. Please investigate as much as you want.
Okay.
Clogging the toilet, huh? This isn't the time to hesitate. It is odd, this whole entire case. I think Kokichi's dead. Kokichi's clothes found in the bathroom. If they were found in the toilet, someone must have tried to flush them. But who would do that?
What's the matter?
Is something the matter? Please investigate.
Okay.
The ultimate detective can't stop here. This has to be an important clue. I made up my mind and grabbed Kokichi's soaked clothes and spread them open. Huh. There's a small hole in the back. And another small hole in the sleeve. It's about the same size as the one on Kaito's sleeve. There are traces of blood around the holes too. What does this mean? It could mean that he was attacked. In that case,
No.
there's a chance Kokichi was the one crushing the hydraulic press.
Thank you.
Kibo, thank you. This is a very important clue. Oh, I was happy to be able to help, but I must decline that shaking hand of yours. Your hands aren't clean either. Kokichi's clothes has been added to the toothpills, but if Kokichi was the one crushing the hydraulic press, where did Kaito go, and why not show himself? And why is this killing game still going even though the mastermind is dead? This is awkward, Suichi. I could leave and give you some privacy. You concerned about that? Kibo and I washed our hands in the sink and left the bathroom. Is that it? Is that everything? And we still probably need to talk to Maki, huh? Talk to Maki. Why is it so easy for you to believe Kaito's dead? You and Kibo look more refreshed now. Refreshing each other in the boys' bathroom? Even now you can't help yourself, huh?
That's true.
This is all Himiko's imagination, but I don't know if I even want to touch that right now. And you have to say something, maybe? It's almost time for the class trial to start. Was no one able to find Kokichi? I wonder. I haven't heard from them, or from anyone. I wonder where he went off to. Did he disappear? He can't still be in the hangar. Or under there.
Could it be?
Suichi, do you think the one who died was Kokichi?
Seems like
I mean, your face says that you want to think that.
it's plain to see.
But I think that it's just plain impossible. Kokichi's been manipulating us all from the start. I can't believe someone like that could be killed by Kaito. Of course, I don't mean to compliment Kokichi or make fun of Kaito or anything. I know. You're probably right. Tsumugi has a good point. I still don't have enough clues that conclude that Kokichi died. But I'm certain that one of them must have. Kokichi's disappearance has been added to the balloon. Alright, here we go. Doesn't the person that's alive need to show up at the class trial?
It's about that time. That's right. It's time for the class trial, where hope and despair meet head-on. Please proceed to the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard and head to the trial grounds. Everyone needs to be there. Got it? Anyone who's absent will be swiftly and permanently punished. I wonder what kind of despair awaits you this time.
They have to be at the class trial. Whoever's alive has to be at the class trial. That means Kokichi or Kaito, whoever is alive, will be there. At the trial, we'll know who the victim is. Yes. So why is there so much mystery around who it is or not? Why would they go through so much trouble? Unless no one shows up. Then we know a couple things. We know that Kaito killed himself somehow, for some reason. There's a lot that needs to be connected still. And why is Himiko involved in this? And what is she involved with and why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Himiko was the piece of the puzzle that didn't make any sense. Otherwise, I could be perfectly fine assuming Maki did stuff. Right? Maki was doing stuff and she probably the murder. Kaito and Kokichi aren't here. I bet Kokichi is already there.
You bastard.
It's the mastermind of this killing game. He's waiting for us to arrive.
No.
You don't know that yet. There's a chance Kaito is alive.
Die.
Cut it out. Do you want to die?
Well,
This is a battle between hope and despair. If you show any weakness, like you are, then I know I'll lose to despair.
you don't know?
6 of us will participate and 1 of us will die after this class trial. Then, only 5 will be left. Only 5. That's right, we're the only
That's
ones
obvious.
left. But we can't lose to despair. Even if we have no future, we need to win. That's the whole point of this class trial. I will defeat Kokichi, no matter what I have to sacrifice. No matter what she has to sacrifice? Are you sure about that, Maki? Is that what you call hope? I know that we can't lose to despair, but something is wrong. Something doesn't feel right. I wonder what Kaito would say in a time like this. What would he say to us? If it was Kaito. It doesn't make any sense why Himiko is involved. Himiko is the one factor in this that doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. They threw in the Himiko and it threw me for a fucking loop, because I have no idea why she would be involved here. Say a word to one another. Silent as a tomb, we stepped inside the open doors. We had lost the will to live, knowing what we know about the outside world. But somehow, despite that despair, we found a new reason to live. To win the battle between hope and despair. But now, what do we do? We don't know what hope means to us anymore. What is hope? A burden you bear? As those thoughts pierced my mind, I suddenly stopped. I can't think about things like that anymore. The only thing I need to think about is survival. Oh hey!
That's nice.
A battle like this takes me back. After all, hope and despair are natural enemies. Yep, this truly is a magnificent theme. Only esteemed works of fiction have themes as magnificent as this. Anyway, where's Kokichi? Why isn't he here? Maki was right. The person who should be here isn't. Well, I'll tell you once the class trial starts. What's going on? What are you scheming now? Doesn't matter what Kokichi is scheming. This is the final battle between hope and despair. It all ends here. Kokichi can twist and violate the rules all he likes, but will never give up. Hope will never submit to despair. Oh, for the love of... No rules have been violated. Not on my watch, you know. Whatever. Hurry up and start. We'll end it with this class trial. We'll defeat the remnants of despair no matter what. So get ready. Yeah, I got it. Now let's get started. Mix equal parts life and death and add a dash of lies and truth. Bake it in fires of conflict. And when it's golden brown and bubbling, you have yourself a truly decadent class trial. And once more, we faced a class trial. Was the one who died Kaito or Kokichi? I can't say for certain, but I still believe. Kaito wouldn't die so easily. I don't know why I believe that so strongly. But I will fight to prove it. I will fight with everyone. To grasp the hope on the other side of this truth. I will fight. I will fight in this trial of truth and lies. Alright. I know it's like just 40 minutes, and like this is a really short episode, but we're gonna do the class trial. And whenever I do a class trial, I always have to edit the episode a bunch. So I want to just be able to throw this episode up, and then spend my time editing the next. Because as it is, I have a lot of editing to do. Because I gotta edit everything else prior to this. Thank you guys so much for watching this one, though. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, like, you guys know the deal. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. We're gonna figure out... I think both of them are dead. I don't think it's a or situation. I think it's an and. And I think that the Himiko being in the murder just completely fucks with my head. Because it could have been Maki. It could have been Maki that did the whole shit. And that's why Maki was like all weirded out that Kibo went alone and scouted. But then, I don't know. There's so much. I'm going to go ahead and save now. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, you guys.